one of the reasons why I decided to, one of the many reasons why I decided to create the Majorvation podcast is because I wanted to use my curiosity and invite others into the conversation, if that makes sense. Uh, Given the world that we're living in right now, a lot is changing. The dynamics of changing of how you make a living and how you protect and take care of yourself and also your family. If you look at the landscape of what's happened over the last 5 to 10 years versus over the last year or two with the emergence of artificial intelligence and AI and things of that nature, you should understand that this is an opportunity or an obstacle. It's either going to be one of those two when it comes to perspective. And that's one of the many topics of conversations that I've been having a lot lately with a lot of people in, you know, in all areas of life. And the reason why it's such an important topic that we should prioritize and figure out how we're going to navigate this new technological era that we're in right now is the difference between being in the stance of frustration or someone that you see that's actively in the game, playing the game, and looking at artificial intelligence, which is here, looking at robots, which is here, which is going to consume and take over a great portion of jobs over the next 2 to 4 to 6 years. 2 to 4 to 6 years, the job economy is going to look vastly different. You see it happening in all different industries. You see it happening even in Hollywood is taking a hit and having so many different changes because of artificial intelligence, AI, the ability to create an image, the ability to create a video, and to take it even a step further, the ability to create a theatrical scene that has a storyline that's also entertaining to the eye. It's entertaining to the viewer. And ultimately that is the goal. But with that being the goal, it's going to force other individuals that were used to doing things a certain type of way, it's going to force them to either step up and use those AI resources as a tool to enhance what their abilities and skill set is, or it's going to be something that makes them bitter and disgruntled and put them in on the sidelines and no longer relevant and obsolete. And my mission and goal is not only to do it for myself, but it's also to be one of the loudest voices, one of the most active voices, should I say, that's stirring people in that right direction. So creating Activate Your Voice 101 is a testament for me understanding the importance of activating your voice, the importance of communication, storytelling, and just really being intentional about how you communicate your brand, how you communicate your business, how you communicate your product, how you communicate your service. Because one thing that I understand about all of this is that we really should be excited. It's just the mindset switch of looking at it as an obstacle or an amazing opportunity. Because artificial intelligence and robots, I can never see replacing the human tone, the human voice, that authenticity, that human connection that we long for. Being able to tell that story and to look into real eyes, to have that real personal contact and that real emotion that exuberates off of our bodies through our tone, through our voices to the listeners, that cannot be replicated by any robot, by any chat GPT, by any artificial intelligence, because that's something that gives us that unique ability, that gives us that unique quality and connection that's irreplaceable. You can't replicate that human feeling. You can duplicate a look-alike, but we all know that's a clone. We all know that that's a robot. There's nothing like looking at a person and knowing that that person is human and having that human connection. And so the importance of everything that I'm doing with the podcast is to bring on guests that can either inspire you, put you in a place of joy, entertainment, but leave you in a motivated state that know that you can accomplish the things that you have set out to accomplish. The world for so long has been built to tell you that success is hard. Got to work hard, got to work hard. Well, that is true, but there's a different type of work hard. There's a smart hard. Working smart is very hard. Using your brain to think is very, very hard. It's just as hard as a construction job. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because if you look at the vast majority of, if you look at the percentages of successful people, there's a reason why there are people that are uber successful, whether it be in education, whether it be in the financial market, whether it be in real estate. It's because those individuals have the mental capacity. It's not about the physical, they have the mental capacity to push forward, to learn, and execute. And they do it consistently over and over and over and over again. And I guess lastly, one of the things I want to do on these intro talks that I'm creating for the Majorvation podcast is just to let you know that this podcast is going to be something that's going to be a symbol of a place you can go, a platform you can go to get inspired with new information. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, sometimes people get caught up in the hustle and bustle, but they forget about the family. Sometimes they get caught up in the hustle and bustle, but they forget about their gut. They forget to breathe. They forget about their health. So what is the point of obtaining the wealth when you don't have health? One of the most visionary people, wealthiest people passed away because of health, which is Steve Jobs. So now just understanding and unlocking different types of conversations that we should be having with ourselves, with our family members, and with our friends, instead of gossip and being distracted by all this entertainment. We should be talking about preventative measures that stop us from getting sick. If we're sick, we can continue to go out there and do our best and give our best and reap the rewards of that. If we're sick, then we're just making the pharmaceutical companies more and more and more and more and more money. And so this podcast is going to cover a lot of those different topics, and it's going to be very expansive. You're going to have professional athletes on here, which we've had already. You're going to have entertainers on here, which we've had already. You're going to have entrepreneurs, authors, um, people who have been greatly successful in different niche industries, and you're going to be able to learn, for free just by watching. You're going to be able to learn some of the Jews' secret sauces and some of the blueprints that they've used that you could possibly use for something that you're doing as well. But ultimately, it comes down to mindset. Majorvation is a mindset. There's Majorvation fitness. There's Majorvation mindset, the mental aspect of it. There's Majorvation entertainment. Everything that I'm creating is to create a community. This is not about me. This is not about just creating a personal brand so everybody's Majorvation. I'm creating something that I feel like we can all align with because we want to be self-inspired. A lot of times people look for other inspirations on the outside and different mentors, but this is really just a testament to me wanting to see you and also myself to become self-reliant upon our own self-motivation. A lot of people get caught up in, I can't get better unless I have that video or go to this seminar or go to this webinar. But if you can't make it, you still can become what you want to become. You can get yourself in that state of mind. You can dominate, you can compete, you can go out there and succeed in life with your own inside intuition. Another reason why I created this podcast is because I wanted an outlet to be able to speak to people and connect with people and to learn from people. So this is just another resource for me to learn from some bright individuals who have ambition and have hustle, who have great determination. A lot of them are believers, believe in God, so we believe in the same things. But even if you don't believe in some of those things, there's still something of value that you can probably extract from some of the guests and the conversations and stories that are shared here on this podcast. Ultimately, that is what it's about. The Majorvation podcast is meant to inspire, to uplift, and hopefully guide you on your path to becoming more successful, more in tune with yourself. And then you too become your own mentor. You are Majorvation. That is our community. That is our mindset. And you have now been majorvated. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like, leave comments, ask questions, and let's stay connected. If you have any one that you believe that should be on the Majorvation podcast, feel free to tag us, and we'll reach out to them. Right. Other than that, have a great day, have a great week, have a great month, have a great year, have a great life. Stay majorvated.